The United States hasn't hosted the World Cup since 1994. And this summer, the biggest sporting event in the world is coming back. And it's timed perfectly with the worst president in a generation. This administration is about to fumble the 2026 FIFA World Cup. So obviously, a lot of people can't attend the games. This was always the case with the World Cup. So what they did was start doing these fan activations, these fan festivals, where they'll work with brands and sponsorships to have a festival right outside the stadium. You can watch the games, soccer, trick shot games. Yeah. And for the FIFA World Cup, as it's across 3 different countries, they were going to have over a dozen FIFA fan fests. And well, as of this recording, New Jersey just canceled their full tournament long fan fest at Liberty State Park. You know, the state where the World Cup final is actually happening. Boston's threatening to pull out. Miami's threatening to pull out. Seattle has downsized significantly, and they might not be alone. And oh yeah, by the way, Guadalajara is kind of in turmoil right now. So why are these cities pulling out, or at least threatening to pull out? Well, a lot of these host cities just had a hearing with Congress about critical missing funds for their operations. I mean, Miami's World Committee CEO just used the word catastrophic in front of the Congress when he gave a 30-day deadline for receiving funds or seeing more cancellations. Kansas City's deputy police chief says he needs these funds. So what are these funds? Funds. What are we talking about? Well, Congress approved $625 million coming from FEMA, which sits under the DHS, for security grants for the 11 host cities. Lots of people are coming to these fan festivals. Millions of people. Mexico alone is going to see about 6 million people. New York, New Jersey is going to see like 5 million. It's insane. And where there are a lot of people, there is a lot of need for security. People on roofs, metal detectors, surveillance, whatever. I don't know. But it's impossible to try and organize an event without the money to fund safety operations. And if you were to ask this government where the money is, they'll say, well, it's held up in funds with this DHS shutdown. It's the Democrats' fault. Okay, the shutdown happened in January and the funds were approved in November 2025. What was the delay? And this is where politics gets super annoying, right? Because they're playing political games. They're using leverage. Oh, we're not going to give you the money until you let us, deport legal people. It's going to cost America not only the World Cup culturally and what that stands for, but obviously millions and millions of dollars in consumer spending, in corporate spending. I mean, people aren't even going to show up because of threats from ICE and DHS. They do a Club World Cup the summer before the World Cup as like some sort of exhibition. So last year during Club World Cup, ICE was running raids in LA. That's what that whole ICE marching to Dodger Stadium thing was about. They did the same thing in Miami, and this story is wild. There was a World Cup boat party. The Miami mayor was there. The head of Telemundo and FIFA officials were on there. And then CPB marched up on the boat and demanded the immigration status of the crew members working the party. There's a story of a man who got detained by ICE on his way to Club World Cup because he stopped to take a photo with him and his daughter. And if you care about, the competition and the spectacle of the World Cup, Iran qualified. They can't come to America. So yeah, it's a mess. And it's going to get even worse. Because think about this. What brand wants to sponsor ICE raids, essentially? Not many. So when brands pull their dollars, people lose their jobs. That's not something this economy needs right now. But wait, it gets even worse because it's not even just about this summer. This president hit the jackpot. He gets the Olympics too. And if the World Cup is like this, it makes you wonder, are we going to lose the Olympics too?